قال تعالى ولا تقتلوا أنفسكم. Don't kill yourselves. Allah says, don't kill yourselves. لا تقتلوا أنفسكم. إن الله كان بكم رحيما. Allah is merciful with you. He's not asking you to kill yourselves, blow yourselves up. This is not our religion. لا تلقوا بأيديكم إلى التهلكة. Don't throw your souls to destruction. Allah went into creating each one of you. I want you to think about this. From the time, we're all related. Every single person in here, at some point in our lives, we have a mother, and then maybe a father, or at the same time, mothers and fathers. We're all cousins. At some point in human history, every single person in this room is related to the other person. We don't know at which point. Some of the Hussainis or the Hassanis that are here, you could find out if you just looked at your ashjar, because they all go back to the same people. Everybody's related. From the time of the first two human beings, Adam and Eve, your parents, because you have a line, two parents, and then the next two, and then the next two, and then the next, all the way up to today. All those parents that gave birth to you, right? And each one of our parents had four. So it's a very mysterious thing, right? It goes all the way out and then it goes back in, because we're all little sections of a massive spreading out. Each one of us is a section. If you did it visually, it would be very beautiful to see it, because you can see it goes like this, but it's going like this. But for us, so it's like inverted and then the opposite direction. Every single one of your parents had to survive childhood illnesses, pregnancy, childhood illnesses, sickness, plagues, wars. They had to have enough food to eat. They had to also not be infertile. And the vast majority of them married, because that was the sunnah of maybe some people had rape because of the wars and pillages. So, a lot of people, that's why the Prophet, one of his miracles is there was no fornication in any of his ancestors. He said, I am the son of marriage and not of fornication. But many human beings will have that in their history just because of the nature of rape and wars and pillage and things like that. But the prophets, they didn't have. So we had to survive all that to get here. It's not just your parents. It's not just the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years. We're talking about thousands of years to get you here today. In Imam Ahmad's Musnad, it said, there's no soul except all the souls back to Adam and Eve in his lineage helped produce him. And so what? You just throw that out? You just annihilate that from the world like that? All those people, that every mother that took care of her child in your ancestry to make sure that you didn't die, that gave their food when they were hungry to make sure you didn't die, like Aisha, who saw the woman who was hungry and yet she gave the dates to her children, and she went and told the Prophet ﷺ, and he said Allah will forgive her just for that act of preferring her children over herself. Every mother that did that, every father that worked to protect that family, to bring home the food, all these things, this is human life. من أجل ذلك كتبنا. For that reason, we wrote over Bani Israel, من قتل نفسا بغير نفس أو فسادا في الأرض كأنما قتل الناس جميعا. It's as if you kill one soul, it's like you killed all of humanity. Because people don't understand what it took to bring a soul into existence. And you look now at how the shedding of blood, and this is what the angels ask God. أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَنْ يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ. Are you going to put in there what sows corruption and sheds blood? The best of the two Adams, kun ka khayri ibn Adam, be like the best of two sons of Adam. If you raise your hand to me, I'm not going to raise my hand to you. I'm not going to do it. Why? I'm afraid of God. That's the best of the two sons of Adam. Imam Baghawi relates a narration that says, Sayyidina Uthman took that madhab. He sent the people home. He didn't want fitna. He didn't want bloodshed. He said, let them take my blood. I don't want Muslims to die over my blood. Let them kill me. That's what Uthman, he's on this madhab. They said he took the madhab of Ibn Adam. He sent Hassan and Hussein home. Sayyidina Ali sent Hassan and Hussein to protect him. He had protection. Abdullah ibn Salam got up on his roof and said, I was a Jew and I became Muslim. Wallahi, I saw this man sacrifice everything for the Messenger of Allah. And they said, get the Jew off the roof. This is the Khawarij. Get the Jew off the roof. But Uthman, he was reading the Quran, fasting. He didn't even lift his hand. He let them kill him. Because he didn't want to be the one that brings bloodshed into this ummah. That's when the fitness happens. Sayyidina Umar was the door that would protect from the bloodshed. But Uthman wasn't going to be the one. I'm not going to do this. But because his blood was shed, all the fitna starts in our ummah. The Prophet said that's where it would start. He said, لا ترجعوا بعدي كفارا يضرب بعضكم رقاب بعض. Don't become kuffar after I'm gone. You're killing each other. You know, this is our religion. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء. Remember this blessing. You were enemies and he brought you together. Look at the Muslims now killing each other, dropping bombs on each other. What is this? This isn't our religion. It has nothing to do with our religion. And that's what these ulama, they weren't supporting tyrants. You know, people call Shaykh Abdullah Alim al-Tughat on these stupid websites. إعجاب كل رأي برأيه الرويبضة. All these brilliant scholars and geniuses on Facebook writing their little comments, calling his تعزيز السلم في المجتمعات الإسلامية تعزيز الحكام الطغاة, supporting the evil rulers. Right? He just doesn't want Muslims shedding their blood. He said to me once, he said, I don't understand how these ulama can give these fatwas. How are they going to stand before Allah? Look at the doors of blood they're opening. And they're not out there, you don't see them out there fighting on the jabha. All these guys giving fatwa for suicide bombing. Right? They give their fatwas from their 5-star hotels, right? Seriously, where's the ulama that are blowing themselves up? Because our Prophet fought. He was right there with his people fighting. Where are they? These guys writing these fatwas, go and fight. Ad-dam alayya, uqtuluhu wa-dam alayya. Kill him and the blood is on me. Where are they? You show me where they are. You know, all these Palestinians going and blowing themselves up. And where are their ulama? Why aren't they doing? Oh, I'm more important. Okay, so now we're all bayadiqa. We're like the pawns in your shatranj, your game of chess. You're the wazir. You're the queen. The faraz. You know, the Persians called it the faraz. You know, the Arab chess, the queen was the weakest of all the pieces. It was the French that let her loose. La ilaha illallah. Anyway, sorry about my screed. It's really very sad. وَلَا تَقْتُلُوا أَنفُسَكُمْ. Don't kill yourself. إِنَّ اللَّهَ كَانَ بِكُمْ رَحِيمًا.